Hey everyone, my name's Jason, aka Gemballs, and I was given a key to Pixel Art Academy quite a while ago, actually, and I just hadn't got around to playing it yet. And if you don't know what that game is, Pixel Art Academy, it's a new game made by a person named Retro, and it's a game that is geared towards making or helping people learn how to do pixel art. It teaches you all the basic fundamentals with like the tools for pixel art and other fundamentals to pixel art. And then I believe, my understanding is that like it even helps you create some assets that end up getting used in a game within the game. So it's kind of cool, and I've been meaning to check it out. As you might know, I'm working on my own game, a pixel art game myself, and I'm not actually a pixel artist. I'm a programmer, but I've started learning pixel art since like last year. And, you know, I've made some decent progress in that area, but I can always use more help. And so the idea of Pixel Art Academy looked really interesting to me. So I'm just thinking, I'm just turning the camera on and I'm going to give it a whirl. First of all, check out this music. Full disclosure, you'll see here, load game, because I have a save already, and it's because I started this video already and I forgot to hit record. So we'll start from scratch and we'll pretend it's the first time seeing anything, but I didn't do too much, okay? So yeah, let's get into it. So we're here in like an art room here. Jace, we'll see if this works, okay? We got our to-do list down here. We have to click over here to read task instructions. So here we are. To do tasks. This notepad will keep track of your current tasks. You can always click on a task to learn how to complete it. Click on the arrow to get back to the tasks. All right. Learn basic pixel art tools in the drawing app. So this is the app here. Complete the basic tutorial to learn how to use essential drawing tools. So the game is going to go through a lot of like really basic things. So the first few things we're going to go through, which is what I ended up going through, is just like the really basic tools that a lot of you are probably familiar with in any kind of art program like MS Paint, like the pencil, fill bucket, all that kind of stuff. But if you're completely new, this game has got you covered in that regard. So here we're going to learn the pencil tool, which is a 1 pixel pencil. So now what we need to do is fill in. Click on the pencil to activate it. Gotcha. Use the pencil to fill the pixels with the dot in the middle. So we just need to follow this guide here. There we are. Great. Now go back to your portfolio to find a new sprite to draw. So we've done our first sprite, everybody. Congratulations. Woo! Let's go. There's so many cool things here. I love the text. I mean, that's always hard to do with low resolution as well. It's quite nice. So here we're learning the eraser. As you can imagine, the eraser is great for removing extra pixels. So we can select the eraser now. And we erase the other pixels out of here. The ones that are marked. Get out of here, guys. And we got a new little alien thingy from Space Invaders. Or I guess it's like a UFO ship or something. Color fill. Learn how to fill in big areas of color quickly. Okay, so it's this thing up here. And we all know the fill tool. It's the paint bucket tool in MS Paint or whatever. It just fills in the area that's enclosed by an outline. And just with one click, we fill the whole thing in one go. Nice. Sometimes it's faster to fill too many pixels and then erase the extras. So, pretty cool. Nice little tip here. Giving some optimization strategies here. So instead of painting in all of these little pixels themselves, just boom, fill the whole thing in, and then get rid of only 6 afterwards. That's much quicker. That's one way to think about things. When using the color fill, you have to watch out for gaps in the outlines. And this is something that anyone who's used MS Paint will have known. If we use the fill tool now, everything is going to go black because we've got some, we got 2 little holes here. So we'll plug those holes real quick, and then we can use the fill tool. And then everything is done. Basic tools. So this is about how far I went before I realized I wasn't recording. So from now on, it's all new stuff for me. Basic tools. Now that you know the 3 most essential tools, use them in unison to quickly complete the sprite. Okay. Got to use all 100% of our brain now. So we can use the pencil for these bottom pixels. There's not too many of them. And then we can probably fill in this top part and then erase these 4 pixels. That's what makes sense to me. Nice. And then shortcuts. An efficient pixel artist will learn shortcuts to switch between tools. True. B for pencil, or B for brush, not a pencil. Or E for eraser, and G for color fill. G for gradients is how you can help remember, remind yourself what the shortcuts are. Shortcuts are really, really important. You definitely don't want to be, you know, clicking between tools all the time like this, right? Or in whatever application you're using. And a lot of them are fairly common. I think B for pencil is pretty standard. G for gradient or fill is also pretty common. Oh. E, oh, see that? Look at that. It's just muscle memory, you know? E for eraser, but we might want that filled in right now. We'll fill this in, and then we'll switch to eraser, and we'll get rid of the remaining pixels. Definitely work on shortcuts. It's a pain in the beginning. If you're brand new, it is a pain. It feels like extra brain work, but you will get that muscle memory, and it will speed you up very quickly. Very quickly. It won't take too long for you to get used to shortcuts. So make sure you invest that time. Definitely a good idea. References. Reference images will be very important throughout your creative journey to draw more accurate and believable images. Yes, references are important. I should use them more. Okay, so we're going to draw something. This is new. This is red. This is... Okay, we're making a paintbrush. Open the references tray and grab the image and put it on your desk. Okay. All right, we're going to make a brush, folks. Do we have the right color? We do. Okay. So here we can do... It's like 6 pixels down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do this. Goes out, kind of like that. We go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from there. I had a feeling this was going to happen, that we had to use all the space. But that's okay. Using our shortcuts, we can get through this quite quickly. I think that had to be like this, and this probably stays like that. The other interesting thing with pixel art versus like what I imagine more traditional or digital art, right, is the notion of counting pixels. And I get the feeling that this game will probably highlight the importance of this quite soon. And I think that that's a very unique thing. I don't think any other medium is like literally counting how many pixels or dots they might draw something. Well, maybe they do. You know, maybe more traditional things you might measure things with a ruler. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not a traditional artist. But with pixel art, there is actually a little bit, sometimes even a little bit of math involved when it comes to managing your pixels in your area. All right, we learned the basic tools. Excellent. We got a lot of tasks now. Holy boy. Oh, holy boy? Holy cow is what I meant to say. I combined whole boy and holy cow. Okay, complete the pixel art software challenge. Learn about switching colors. Learn about helper tools. Ooh. In the drawing app, complete the colors tutorial to learn how to switch between different colors. We'll do the tutorials first, I think. Colors. Draw a sprite with multiple colors. Honestly, colors is one area that I really, really struggle with. I mean, I can see colors, it's fine. But in terms of like coming up with a palette, or I've done so much research on how to like match colors properly and have them work well together. And I don't know, it's one area that I feel like I'm still at like level 1, even though I've invested a bunch of time into it. But I guess I'll just have to keep trying it. But right now we have a palette. Here, these are the colors to pick, and so this makes it not too bad. We can see what colors we need, and I guess we click on colors, and this feels like white to me. So I'll, whoop. There we are. We can go to blue. There's probably shortcut keys that the game will probably tell us. Might be numbers. No. Blue eyes. And then we could probably fill in the cyan or whatever it is. And then erase. Ugh, my eyes, that's very bright. Erase this part here. Get these out of the way. There we go. We made a little Pac-Man ghost. To switch between colors faster, pick them directly from the canvas. Shortcut I. Okay. Let's try this. So I can use I. There we are, and then B. Okay, I see, I see. Let's get all the red in there. You can use I for this. B to switch back to the pencil. I to grab that. B back to the pencil. And there we are. Cherries are done. More Pac-Man assets. Learn how to quickly pick colors while using the pencil. Ah, the Alt. Okay, this is better. This is more what I'm used to. So instead of pressing I, we can just hold Alt, right? While we're holding it, we switch to the eyedropper, right? And then we let go. We're not doing it anymore. So sample that. It's kind of like a... This is much more in line with what I'm used to personally. I can't remember what the shortcut is in. I use a sprite. That's what I usually draw in. I can't remember what the shortcut is, but I have the muscle memory for it. If I open up a sprite, I'll know it immediately. But yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. All right, we've learned how to switch colors. I'm so glad that they have the Alt technique there, Alt for the eyedropper, because I think that that's like in a lot of pixel artists' muscle memory. Learn about helper tools. I want to learn more about these. In the drawing app, complete the helpers tutorial to get used to extra tools such as zooming and drawing lines. Again, more tools that I use often, personally. Working on bigger images require you to zoom in and out in order to make drawing easier. Mouse scroll or command control plus and minus. I'll use mouse scroll for this. Oh, whoa, we have to get right up there. Holy cow. Okay. Let's see here. How do I want to approach this? Oh, we got a little calculator here. Interesting. I like this in the bottom left. Okay. So one thing I'm thinking here is I can maybe do the outline. Oh, because I was thinking of... Oh, can I... Because I have the fill tool. Does fill extend out here? Well, we'll plug those holes just in case. Well, I guess I can't. If I do this... I don't actually know if I made my life that much easier by doing that, but... Let's just pretend that I did. How do I move the camera? Okay, I'm using middle mouse button down to do that. I think in some other applications you would use space and then grab, but I think in A-Sprite I use... I'm not sure what I use actually. Again, I have the muscle memory for it, I just don't remember in my brain. I don't have the brain memory, you know? You know how it is sometimes. Learn how to draw, quickly draw lines with the pencil tool. All right, we're gonna start here. Click on the indicated pixel to start a new line. Hold Shift on the end pixel to place down a line. Ah, look at this. Boom, boom. Release Shift whenever you want to start a separate line. Yeah, so this is another common shortcut. Okay, so got it. This might all go down, yeah. Oops. Could have done that a bit quicker, I think. Worked out. There we are. It's like a skateboard ramp or something. 720. I see. Yep. Move image. Oh, so space or middle mouse button to move the image. Yeah, that's what I was figuring. So we'll have to zoom in somewhere and then move around. Where do we move to? Oh, down here? And over here. Okay, gotcha. There we are. Look at all these dunes that I drew. Yep, I made this. Codemasters. Undo, redo. Yeah, Control Z, Control Y for redo, or Control Shift Z for redo. Yeah, these are common shortcuts again. But don't need to undo if you never make a mistake in the first place, right, folks? Oh, I can probably do a bit of this. Oh. You didn't see anything, right? Kind of relaxing. I will say that right now, I'm more focused on just like filling in the dots, you know? Than focusing on where the pixels are going. Which is probably more important to do. It's probably more important to really think for yourself like why the pixels are going where they're going. And so far I haven't been doing that. But at the same time, I get the feeling that the game probably will get us to that point, right? So it's still just teaching us. We're still new, getting us familiar with the tools, and then I think probably at some point we're gonna have to like figure some stuff out ourselves, or at least I would hope to see that. All right, there's some challenges, so let's check out the challenges. We've done the tutorials. Pixel art software. Choose a sprite to copy. To make sure you are ready to complete pixel art drawing assignments, this challenge requires you to copy an existing game sprite. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. One color or more. I need to practice colors. Big or small? Big. What would you like to draw? Character? Oh, this is Owlboy, I can tell. Let's do a bad guy. Ooh. This one is interesting. Holy hell. Alright. Well, let's start drawing. We have our palette here of colors. Alright, we have a reference here. I'm gonna assume that we need to use all the space. I don't know. So it's probably about this color. Oh, okay, it seems to actually reveal it. Okay. I'm just sort of setting up like where things are happening. Huh. But this sort of just shows me where things are happening. Okay, I see. So then this will be 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it'll be 4. And then on this side, we've got another 6. And then that's it. We'll have gray, probably this gray, I think, for the bowstring, before we get to their purple body, which looks like it comes down like this. 2 more across. 3 across. Because we've got like a shadow on their sheath, maybe, for a sword. Which, let's see, where does that go? Goes here. No, wait, where does that go? Oh, yeah, right, I see right where I am now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be like that. Oh, this is purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. This comes across there. We've got the hands here. Got like a weird bracer here. Is that 4 up? 3 more up. So like that. It's 2 pixels wide and then a highlight there. And then we get to their arm, which will be this color again. It's kind of like a weird triangle, but then there's shading underneath that. There's a bit of red. I'm not sure what the red is, but it's something. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is interesting. So they've used this weird orange color here, right? They use it as... Is it a highlight on the purple? Because it looks like it is on the top here. So is it a highlight on their sleeve? Or is it a weird like mid-tone shadow on their skin? I think it's a... because this red here is the shadow on the trim of their hood. So this is like a shadow on the trim of their sleeve, and then this is the highlight on the trim of their sleeve. Interesting. Okay. So then this comes out 3 pixels. Up 1, goes up 1, goes across, I think 3. Like that. Over 2, down 1, comes down. We're probably going to get to the shadow here. And then it looks like the quivers in the back, and that's going to be a weird... What color is that? I can't quite tell. It's either this one or this one. I think it's this one. I think so. Looks correct. I think it's this. This goes up 2, comes into up 1 like this, over 5 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's wrong. Yeah. Bring that across. So what I'm kind of doing right now is I'm making the outline for where everything needs to go, and then I'm just going to fill it in later. 2, 3, 4. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. 2, 1. And then here we can fill this in, fill this in. Here we can pick this, fill that in. This color, I think it's up here. No, it's the wrong color. Is it this color? There we are. This is the bowstring, I think. Same color as the bowstring. So these are arrows that are peeking up. This should probably go up like that. 4 across. And then we have the hood. Should be something like that. Then we switch to the shadow, which should come around probably like this. Yep. And then we've got this shadow here on the inside of the hood on the way up. We've got black up the top and the bottom. We've got the face color, which I should have picked from here, like this. And then the shadow, skin tone shadow, kind of like that. And we can fill that in there. We're getting there. So they've got like a sash or this just might be the middle of their robe or what their sheath is attached to. I'm not really sure what this exactly is. That's that there. They've got like a gray belt on them. That's wrong spot. Two pixels here for their arm. A shadow for their sleeve cuff. And then it looks like from here we're all purple. Making progress, making progress. Okay, so they've got some red lines here. Really dark brown outline kind of thing here for their legs, it would seem. Comes down 1. And down 1 again, I think. It's an empty space and this goes up like that. This is all the lighter brown color. Oop, I went too far. Cool. This is wrong. These are wrong. Because they're going to be the... that sheath thingy. Oh. No. Okay. One little highlight on the edge, on the tip there. Then shadow on the rest. Now the back leg is behind, so we're going to do the black color. And it looks like there's just less detail in general with the lighting in the back foot, since it is in the back. I feel like I'm done, but I don't know if the game is supposed to do something. Is it supposed to say, hey, you did it. You did it, bucko. Or what? Or was I not supposed to replicate it exactly? So here, in this sense, I just... Oh, look, up here. There's one color that's wrong. Oh, okay, there we are. So I was supposed to replicate it. Interesting. Why is that not the dark color? What's this black here, then? Is this supposed to be a beard? And that's shadow? Maybe. Okay, but the archer is done. It's a good-looking sprite. Oh, Weston Tracy was probably the artist who made it. Yeah, right. Makes sense. Play the game. Play the game? Cool. Whoa. Snake game. In the Pico 8 app, Pico 8 looks so cool, by the way. I want to give it a try. Try out the game Snake. Notice the art assets, including green snake and brown food. Score some points. Notice the art assets. Score some points to continue. All right, so let's play some Snake. Snake. Oh, the little cartridge in the little plastic thing. Oh, so nostalgic. Press button to start. Okay. All right. Here we are. RTX on. All right. I don't know how many points we need to score, so I'll get like one more and then we'll call it. Boom. 7 points. So Pico 8, by the way, if you haven't heard of it, I recommend you Google it. It's kind of like a virtual console. It's not a real console that existed, as far as I'm aware, but it basically is just kind of like a virtual console, and you can create your own little cartridges, virtual cartridges, and they run in the Pico 8 game engine, basically. And so you can sort of program games using Pico 8, and it's pretty limited in terms of like what it can do in terms of how many assets you can use and all these kinds of things. It has a lot of like hardcore restrictions on it, which is supposed to emulate how console hardware back in the day had a lot of really harsh restrictions, and developers had to use really, really interesting methods to circumvent those restrictions. And pixel art, the way that we know it today, is born from a lot of those restrictions from those consoles way back when, where we didn't have a lot of resolution and we couldn't have a lot of colors. And so a lot of pixel art's style and rules, so to speak, come from that, even though there's a lot of modern takes on what pixel art can be now. So it makes perfect sense to me that they would include Pico 8 here, because it's a modern day console where you can work within the same restrictions that the developers of old once did. All right, let's see what else we can do. Draw snake sprites. Okay, I'll do it. In the drawing app, find the snake art assets. In the project sections, redraw the sprites for the snake body and the food piece. Okay. Snake game. Here we are. Food. Snake. 1 unit of the snake body. Each food piece will add... Okay. Alright, so what do we want the snake to look like then? We have this green. I'm assuming this is not going to rotate. So like, I wonder if we can just do some kind of like pattern. Here, I don't know. I wonder what that would look like. Maybe it'll look dumb. Who knows? Well, we'll check it out in the game in a second. Let's do some food. So these are usually considered apples, right? Now, I only have 4x4 pixels here, right? I don't think I can do more. Oh, I can make it bigger? Interesting. Well, what if we make this a little bit more apple-like? Can I do that? We could add like a little leaf on top. I don't know if this looks more like a tomato or not, but no, it does look like a tomato. Sorry, I meant apple, but it does look like a tomato. Okay, so what if we do kind of like that? I'm not sure I'm super happy with it. I mean, this looks okay. Let's just take a look at it in the game and we'll see how it feels. All right. See sprites in action. Oh, look at the snake. It looks kind of cute. So we had more room for the apple for sure. Oh, hey, not bad. Hey, kind of cool. Kind of cool. It's like a, I mean, crazy venomous snake, you know, where they got like weird patterns on them. It's kind of like that. Hey, I like my snake. And the apple isn't too bad either. I wish I had a more like saturated red or something, but I didn't have those colors, so we're just working with what we got. Learn about lines. In the drawing app, complete the element of art line tutorial to learn about the most foundational element of art. I think I know what they're going to do here. And I wanted to talk about this a little bit, but I figured I wanted to wait for the game to bring it up. So let's see what they go over here. Elements of art. Line. Straight lines. The most straightforward lines. If you know your tools well, drawing them should be as easy as shift clicking. So I draw this line, I guess. Draw this line. Draw this line. Draw this line. There we are. Curved lines. Curves are trickier and require more practice, but with pixel art, it's always easy to fix them. True. So here we have a curve, folks. What do we do with this? Well, let's read the instructions here. There are multiple ways to draw a curve with a pencil. The hardest but most natural is click and drag along the line to complete it in one stroke. True. There we are. Nailed it. Don't worry if the line looks wobbly or uneven. You will learn how to clean it up in the future. True. For now, try a method that will ensure 1 pixel width. 2. Click on the starting pixel, press and hold shift. Click along the line in small increments to draw a curve out of many straight segments. True. This is pretty good too. You could do kind of like this, like this, like this. Oh, that wasn't very good. Oh boy. Here we are. The final technique is the slowest but offers the most control. Zoom in and click on the pixels that the line most clearly crosses. And this is, you know, this is fine when there's a line that you're clicking on. But you need to figure out a better way, because I hate to break it to you, but when you're drawing pixel art, the lines aren't there. Complete the final curve in whatever way you prefer. But I'm sure this game is going to show us. Oh no. They're going to show us. You did it. And don't worry if you're not happy with the look yet. You will learn the rules behind pixel art curves soon. Broken lines. Lines often change direction in corners to create more complex designs. Okay. Wait, oh, wrong tool, sorry. Eraser on. This triggers me a little bit. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Oof. Curves. No, copy paste. Okay, not too bad actually. Oh, my OCD. Oof, oof, oof. Broken lines too. Even if you didn't realize it, you've been practicing drawing broken lines all your life when writing. Holy cow. Developer assumes that I've ever written in my entire life. I might not have. Number 1. Number 2. Oh no. Oh, right click for eraser. New technique unlocked. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. If you join lines together, you can draw outlines of objects. True. Open the reference tray and choose an object you wish to draw. A round object, a round object. Whoop. Or a banana. Let's take the banana. this better. Okay. Game's happy with that. Some objects can be drawn in a more stylized way. Tree. Ooh, actually, I want to see... I think I do want to see this one. No, I want to see how they handle this one. Oh, dear. This is stuff that I'm not good at, actually. So I'm actually really curious. You know, when you just do a couple little dots here and there. I mean, okay, that's pixel art. But, I mean, like... to suggest a shape rather than literally create it. And... again, that is just pixel art too. Or maybe even just art in general. But I struggle with it. I just still struggle with it. I'm always like, everything needs to be correct or else I can't relax. Like, exactly correct. And not just suggest. You see, this, when it's small, kind of looks like a fuzzy tree, doesn't it? See, and the reality is you can never get this much detail with so few pixels. You can't. So how can we, you know, showcase this soft, fuzzy tree with few pixels? And I think this does a pretty good job. And this is like, I can't think like this. This is hard for me. So it takes, I need this kind of practice. Edges. Lines are also used to draw the internal edges of objects. Okay. What do they mean by this? Cube or this thing? What is a cube? Oh, okay, right. So these, I see. Okay, I'm kind of curious about this now. Oh, you can do both? Oh, shit. I'm kind of curious how this turns out. The thing that was interesting was just, yeah, just it really captures the little spiky leaves super well. And I'm just trying to think of like, what would I want to do with this? Like, there's something here that I want to do, but it would just clutter the space. Like, I'm sort of asking myself, like, trying to think for myself a little bit, you know, like, what would I have done if I was doing this? And I prefer what they're doing. So, like, what is it about what they're doing that works really well? One thing that would be nice is that when you zoom out like this, that this big tick maybe doesn't cover the art, because I want to see it while it's small. I don't know if Retro is ever going to watch this, but maybe a bit of feedback, but it's not too bad. Patterns. We can arrange lines into patterns to indicate details, texture, or shading. What do they do with a sunset? Oh, interesting. We'll get the sun out of the way. This is another thing that I'm really bad at. Whenever I have to like do these kind of lines, especially with water or whatever, I do too few or too many and I can never get the balance right, and I always feel like I'm just doing it randomly. But you know what? To be completely honest, you know, with just black and white, with so few pixels, this is probably the best way to achieve what we're doing here. But if I was drawing this, all I see is bricks. And it would trigger the hell out of me. I'm glad I have a check mark. And maybe this is just simply the best you can do with black and white and this many pixels, and that's fine. But I would be hard stuck on this for like a week straight and then never achieve what I wanted. That's basically, that would be my experience if I were to try to do this without this check mark or guides. Learn about lines. Okay. I'm planning to add more elements of art during early access. Until then, just focus on the lines. This will build your foundation before tackling harder elements such as values and colors. That's what I need help with, so who knows. But as for now, folks, I think we'll probably just call it there. So that was my first look at Pixel Art Academy. I think it's pretty cool so far. A lot of the stuff that I learned so far are things that I already know, given that I've been studying pixel art for about a year now. But I think that, you know, if you're brand new, so far a lot of this stuff is a pretty good refresher. And I can already see that maybe in the future lessons, that there's going to be a ton of stuff that I'm going to really benefit from. So I'm probably going to keep playing and looking forward to playing more so I can learn more. And if you're interested in checking out this game, it is out now. It is on Steam. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's just more of a chill with Jace kind of moment. Let me know if you liked it. If you did, leave that in the comments. Just something a bit different, and I just felt like recording something tonight. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.